This segment is brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
So my name is Doug Spencer. I work with the Natural Resources Conservation Service, and I'm stationed in Marion County, but I cover kind of the southern Flint Hill region as a rangeland management specialist. So kind of one of the big things, I'm talking about resource inventory and stocking rates, and the main thing we want to point out there is that producers own land, but not every piece of that land is the same. And so I want to take an inventory or a look at that land unit individually and see some of the challenges that it may have and also some of the benefits that it may have from the soils, from the plants that grow on that particular land unit. And then kind of look at, okay, if I've got this land base or my resources, then bringing in the livestock or an animal component to that and seeing how can those balance well. And with inventory as well, we also encourage them to come up with goals. What is my goal of the operation, and should I use cows or a multi-species in those, but to really see what do I have to work with. And so that's what the resource inventory. Then pulling in the stocking rates is there's a certain amount of vegetation, amounts and quantities and quality that's going to grow on that particular land unit, and trying to balance that out with the particular animal. And so we really work heavily with stocking rates because certain sites produce a lot of grass and some have some challenges, may produce less grass, but we can balance that. Instead of using these average rates, you know, again, pastures aren't average, and so we like to try to fine tune that, where this one might be able to carry some more stocking, this one may be less, but to balance that out over the whole operation. And so that's mostly with the resource inventory, but we do look at the land units, the water on it. And as this school is, it's geared towards a management intensive grazing, and that's a tool in the toolbox, but we really want to go back to that basics. We've got to know enough about that land unit, the soils and things, and see if management intensive grazing is a good fit, or some level of management intensive grazing. On rangeland, we look at ecological sites. On pasture, we kind of call those forage suitability groups. Are there similar soils that are going to grow similar types of production? Then we need to see what kind of species of grasses do I have out there, because there's some species that are much more palatable and some that are not. And so helping the land, that's probably one big thing with plant identifications, another thing we stress. And that way we know what plants we have out there, because there's some that animals consume readily and some that they don't. And so just understanding those, then we'll get that baseline so that we know where we're starting. And that way, if we have plants that we don't want, what are we going to do? Let's manage for what we want. And so we'll start looking at the key plants and, okay, how do we give them enough leaf material? Make sure they're strong with roots, that they can persist and improve. And so we'll start with that. And then again, I've got to look at that because each producer they may have cow-calf, they may have stockers. And so how can we use those animals to either positively, try to positively impact that rangeland unit? And so that's where we start talking about a balance, with the livestock. But that's what we try to do, just help understand what I have to start with, that production that I have. And if there's any concerns, if there's noxious weeds, things like that, we'll try to point those out. Sometimes we find instances where producers don't know they have those concerns. So we try to do that, evaluation fence to fence to really look at what's out there. And then with the planning process, then based on what we see, if there's any concerns, what we'll do then is bring those to the producer and then try to provide alternatives. Well, these are some issues we see. These might be some steps. And so one might be management intensive grazing. What does that do? Well, it allows me to control where those animals are at and allows rest. And so that might be it. But what if the water's not there? And so then, okay, well, maybe that alternative's not. So let's step to alternative 2, 3. But then it still goes back to that producer's decision. So we just try to kind of look at a second eye to the land, give them something that they can go then decide, this is kind of the path I want to go down to accomplish this goal, and help them find those practices to do that. As far as producers contacting, we have local field offices in most county seats, and so you could look up either in the phone directory as far as USDA, the local USDA service center for us specifically. You can go on the web, and then actually under there's a contact us on it, and there's a drop down, and that gives you the local phone number. But it's just a simple call in there and saying, hey, I've got this particular land unit, or maybe I've got this particular concern. I'd like you to come out and help me do some planning on the land. And that's where we start, and that can lead into alternatives. Even to sometimes we'll even just do some plant identification. Hey, I think I've got this noxious weed. Would you come out and take a look at it with me and see if we can see that? So we like to meet the producer on the land. And that way we really know fine-tune instead of just general questions saying, this is my specific situation. But that's how you can contact us, is just a phone call and then request what particular thing we can help you with.
American innovation is being driven in places you might not expect by people like Brent Hayek, an Oklahoma family farmer. who recently set a world land speed record in a Ford Super Duty pickup truck powered by renewable B20 biodiesel. Advanced performance is here, now, putting America on the fast track to more jobs and energy independence. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.